So let's keep going on with this. So let's go ahead and write this. So what we're going to do is that one of our conditions to make sure that everything matches is that I mentioned briefly in the other video, like it was kind of a throwaway line, but we need to ensure that our algorithm, we push this on, we push this on, we push this on, and we don't pop anything off, so we don't want to just return after that. If we've still got stuff in our stack that we haven't popped off, that means it doesn't have a matching closing parentheses. So we are going to return stack is empty. So we're returning true if it's empty, false if there's still stuff left in it because there wasn't a matching thing in there. Alright. So for each character C, because we don't really care about the indexes here, we are either going to either go through the entire thing or short circuit. Expression dot to character array. Okay, so for every character in there, if C equals open parentheses, or it's equal to a let's see, bracket, or C is equal to a open curly brace, right? If it's one of those, then we're going to want to push that onto the stack. Else, if C is equal to closing curly brace, or it's equal to well, let's do it in the same order. C is equal to closing parentheses, or C is equal to closing there we go. So if it's one of the closing parentheses, bracket, or curly brace, we'll do a pop operation. But also we just want to make sure that we don't want to pop if it's empty, which we'll tackle there. So because we want to make sure this thing isn't going to crash based on what we get passed in. And if we remember, we programmed our stack to have basically no protection against it crashing. All right. So this part's fairly simple. If we see an open parenthesis, or an open, I'm just going to call these open and closed. If we see an open, we are going to push it onto the stack. Stack.push character C. Boom. That was an easy one. If it's a closing parentheses, we're going to have to pop and compare. And if it's not anything, guess what? We just skip it. So boom. Okay. Now C is, so if stack dot is empty, return false here. This is just simply, right, before we bother popping off to compare, if there's nothing to pop off, then we're mismatched, so we just return false there. Okay, so let's see, C, so we'll go with car opener because we are only going to push some kind of opening onto the stack. So we're going to get it off the stack, stack.pop. And if the character, so if opener, so let's see. There's probably some code there, arithmetic to do here with the open and close comparing with each other, but I'm not going to bother trying to figure that out. If C equals open, sorry, if C equals close parentheses, opener is equal to open parentheses. So if the opener is equal to the open parentheses and the C is equal to the close parentheses, or and now we're just going to match up everything else, right? If opener is equal to the open parentheses, whoops, I think I just simply copied pasted too much there. So now it's equal to bracket, close bracket, curly brace, close curly brace. Okay. So let's go ahead and also make these explicit with curly braces. Sorry, with parentheses around these things. All right, so that's one of these, or one of these, or one of these options. Because I always forget the precedence of ands and ors, and I just want to make sure that this is right. So we've got the opener and the close, the opener and the close, the opener and close. So if those match, continue. Otherwise, so if they match, we don't want to do anything. But otherwise, if they don't match, if this whole expression is false, return false. Alright, so let's go ahead and check this out. So Sout is balanced and it should be true. Okay. A plus B, C times D, F of A plus C so now we're just checking to make sure, right? And so now this should be an unbalanced expression over here. All right, that seems to work just fine. And if we have one too many clothing thingies, it's going to return false. And if we have one too many opening thingies, it's going to return false. So a lot of powerful things that can be solved with this.